Cyanobacteria is an issue that typically plagues our lakes during the summer months. However, a new study shows this could be a year-round issue. Our Alyssa Borden joins us live in studio now to tell us more about those findings. Alyssa.
Kat, a group of researchers from the Global Lakes Ecological Observatory Network, or GLEON, performed this cold water cyanobacteria study. 28 researchers from 9 countries collaborated on the effort, and one of them is a PhD candidate at the University of Vermont. I spoke with her to learn more about what this means for Vermont's lakes. Blue-green algae, or cyanobacteria, well known for ruining beach days during the summer months with toxic blooms. But researchers now say it might not be a summer-specific issue.
We're seeing that blooms are occurring in waters that have temperatures less than, say, 15 degrees Celsius.
That's Caitlin Warner, a PhD candidate at the University of Vermont and a contributor to the collaborative paper published in science journal Limnology and Oceanology Letters. Warner explains the group used meta-analysis to reach this conclusion, taking into account personal observations, peer-reviewed research papers, and used community science apps that track blooms. While they used community-collected data from Lake Champlain and Lake Carmi, this study has a worldwide reach.
Essentially, they pulled together the map and found that a bunch of different blooms are happening in colder waters across the globe. That's just probably touching the surface of what's actually there, but it's most likely being understudied and underreported.
And that's a big takeaway from this study, with most research occurring in waters above 25 degrees Celsius or 77 degrees Fahrenheit during warmer months. Warner says this study suggests that scientists might have missed periods where cyanobacteria is in bloom, possibly even under ice.
I think what that means for researchers studying lakes and lake managers alike is that we need to start extending that period that we're sampling so we can start to encapsulate when blooms could be forming or different mechanisms that could be driving bloom formation.
But is this proof of a worsening problem, or have cyanobacteria blooms been blooming in cold waters all along?
That, I think, is the key question. I think the big question that comes from this paper that we've studied, or a big importance from this paper, is that there is this knowledge gap.
A knowledge gap Warner suggests is addressed by broadening cyanobacteria sampling.
Cyanobacteria are really fascinating creatures, and they have so many adaptations and mechanisms that allow them to survive in maybe suboptimal conditions. And we really have to take more of a holistic approach when thinking about them as organisms and why they proliferate into these larger blooms.
Now, this study looked at over 40 lakes across the globe. If you'd like to read the study for yourself, we'll link to it on our website at WCAX.com. Kat?
Thank you, Alyssa.